The constraint, at least mentally, this might just be a mental thing for me, is that because our clients are using this thing on patients, that it requires a little bit more product education. It's not just, discovery for the majority of the time and saying we can help. So at least that might be my mental limitation, but yeah, I would 100% want these to be one-call closes. It's just tough for me to wrap my brain around it.
Yeah, that's a good question. So first of all, I wouldn't go from a 2-call close to 1-call close. That's not your constraint. Your constraint, in my opinion right now, is ad creatives and your self-booking rate, right? I think if you solve both of those things, it's going to help some of the stuff down funnel. For example, not to go in too long of a rabbit hole, but if you quadruple the amount of ads that you're putting out right now, what's going to happen is that same person is going to see different ads talking about different angles before they click and speak with you. And so they're going to get educated and nurtured already some more because now it's more content. And because we're making it clearer, the video sales letter is clearer, there's more proof on the page and everything's simpler. The people that are self-booking, they're self-booking because they have a rough idea about all of this already. So you're going to have to do less work on the actual sales call itself. But those are the first two steps I would take before I went from a 2-call close to a 1-call close, right? And then you add that qualification process in as well, where maybe the tier 1 people could 1-call close, tier 2 is 2-call close, et cetera, et cetera. So those are the 3 steps I would do before I change the sales structure, because you guys are doing 150K a month. So I'm not like change everything on day 1. I'm saying these are the order operations. Now, getting to a 1-call close is doable. We've done it for so many clients. Typically, the reason the 2-call close has to happen is exactly what you said there. There's more education required than needed on the actual sales call than what you could get before the sales call. So how do we solve that? You could try to force people to watch videos before the sales call, but I don't think in your scenario that would work out very well. In my opinion, I would try to do one of 2 things. Number 1, I don't know enough about your sales process, but I would try to lean less on them having a master of what this actual thing is that they're doing for their patients as a requirement for them to move forward. I'll give you an example, right? One of the things that we do to help clients increase their show rates and their close rates is we'll package up done for you YouTube videos for them so that people consume them before the call, and it's increasing their education. Now people getting on the call, they're asking all these questions around YouTube videos. I got to understand it. Like, can I have somebody else do it? Can I set up my studio? Whatever else it is, right? It would extend out the sales cycle. Then I switched it to where we don't even mention YouTube videos in the ad. We don't mention it in the sales page copy, and we just mention it in one line in the actual sales scripts. And we say, and also we do up to 4 YouTube videos and we'll package them and publish them on your behalf so people can consume them before the call. Well, now because I'm not making such a big deal out of it, now they're not making such a big deal out of it. And now they're closing way easier. And then any objection or issue that we're having, we can handle once we start the onboarding process, et cetera, et cetera. Now, it may not be the same thing with you, but I'd be curious, could we maybe make this thing that you're doing not so much the focal point that they have to have a master around this to move forward? And it's more like, yeah, this is just one of the ways that we do that. And then the final thing that I'd be curious about, like for us, we offer a 7-day, no questions asked money back guarantee whenever somebody enrolls with us. And anytime somebody's like really on the fence, we don't advertise it on the front end because I don't want people that are freebie seekers. But once they get on the sales call, if I feel like they're on the 1-yard line and they've just been burned before, or they're like, I don't really know. I'm like, look, here's the contract. It's plain English. As long as you show up to the onboarding call, you can just request money back guarantee and we're going to give it to you. That's another way that you can maybe shorten that sales cycle, because the guy earlier was like, I really got to think about it, right? Which of course we know that 10,000 times we hear that. And of course you challenge it. Well, what do you have to think about? Why you got that? And I say, well, that's what the 7-day trial is for. And I said, you know what? I'll extend it to 14 days if you really feel uncomfortable. No questions asked. And so I'm not saying that you're going to go from every call to a 2-call close to every call to a 1-call close, but you may be surprised if you make both those things, that you could maybe increase the 1-call closes to 50% of the calls, 60% of the calls, which could be significant for that cash conversion cycle for you guys.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
If you want my help installing any of these systems in your business done for you, be sure to book a call with my team down below.